Now, as the hearing in the suit filed by campaigners calling for the release of the abducted schoolgirls commences tomorrow, members of the group say they also plan to write to the Inspector General of Police to effect his plans of deploying security operatives to protect the group. The coordinator, Hadiza Usman, said that it's become worrisome to note that the Inspector General of Police is yet to attach security operatives to protect them 1 week after he promised adequate security at the venues of the rallies.
We are concluding on our strategies for next steps. We will be in court tomorrow. We shall engage the office of the IG. We've written them a letter a week ago. We've not gotten a response, so we're going to take it on. It's important to recall that the IG had said when engaging in public protests, we need to seek protection, seek guidance. We've sought this guidance for a week now, and we've not gotten a response. We shall engage the IG of police. Provide us with protection.
Now, the Federal Executive Council has held a special session in honor of the late former Minister of Information, Professor Dora Akunyili, who died on Saturday in India. Led by the President, the Council members took turns to pay tribute to the former NAFDAC boss, saying she was an honest woman whose life impacted positively on Nigerians. Well, for those who do not know about the Ogbunike caves, this might interest you. It's a community located in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria. The site is a tourist attraction that has a cluster of caves that cannot be found anywhere else in the country. On our community report tonight, we examine the state of the once revered tourist site and efforts by the state government to transform it into an international tourism center.
Now you're talking.
Located in a valley blanketed by tropical rainforest, the Ogbunike caves are a cluster of caves said to be in use over centuries by local people in Oyi, whose occupation is predominantly farming. The natural geographic features and the serene atmosphere clearly present it as a masterpiece of nature. Although many tourists have heard of Ogbunike caves, very few have ventured there in person because this prospective tourist attraction is not developed, let alone effectively marketed. From its look, it is obvious that the maintenance of the cave had been abandoned for quite a long time.
Source of drinking water.
Even the state of roads leading to it is worrisome. Vehicles often struggle to go through. The bad roads do not only discourage tourists from visiting, they also hamper economic activities in the area. The state governor is visiting the site to see things for himself as he makes his way through one of the 11 entrances to the caves.
Tend to site a big 5-star hotel in this facility, and for this flag-like children entertainment center in this very beautiful resort.
To match words with action, the governor flagged off 2 major roads in 2 communities, both connected to the areas surrounding the caves, with work already going on. A concrete effort to show the government's determination to revamp the caves to a full international tourism site.
This road will lead you to the cave. It's 8 kilometers. We put in a sound contractor that will deliver the road in under 18 months. And in doing that, we will make sure that we pay him. He has been fully mobilized. The project is costing the Anambra State government 1.4 billion naira.
We have 6 communities, 6 villages in Ogbunike, and this road went across those 6 villages in Ogbunike, and from here you can access the cave.
Is reserved to open this not just for the historic purpose, but for the potential in terms of revenue generation and the relaxation it will offer people in Anambra and in diaspora.
A successful completion of these projects would not only place the communities in the global map of tourism, it will also boost local economy by enabling farmers to transport their produce.
Well, let's take another look at our story on the Federal Executive Council's special session in honor of the late former Minister of Information, Professor Dora Akunyili, who died on Saturday in India. We can now bring you a bit more about that session.
She came. She may not have lived long, but she saw and she conquered the life and times of Professor Dora Akunyili. The President throws the floor open in this special session of the Federal Executive Council in honor of the late Professor
Dora.
Turn by turn, they said she was on top of her game as a Minister of Information while she was with them.
So a very courageous person. And of course, activities in NAFDAC showed clearly that Dora will want to do the right thing no matter who her ox is God.
Until she succeeded in ensuring that the issue of fake drugs in Nigeria is addressed.
I can only describe Dora at best as a reformer wherever she was found.
While some described her as a committed mother, others say she was a brilliant scholar.
A devoted wife, and I think we should remember her accomplishments. All her children are very accomplished, and she had a very supportive spouse.
She was extremely communicative, and it was always easy to know her heart.
Mr. Labaran Mako took over from Professor Akunyili as Minister of Information. He moved the motion for special condolences to the President and Nigerians, while the Minister of Water Resources seconded.
Today, to her credit, the slogan, "Good people, great nation," has become a national slogan. We condole you, Mr. President, because you are the first mourner in the case of the death of this our very brilliant colleague and sister.
She did not hesitate to accept the nomination to serve as a delegate to the national conference, in spite of her health challenges.
A minute silence was observed for the repose of her soul.
May her gentle soul rest in peace.
Chukuma Onwepusi, Channels Television News.
Indeed, may her soul rest in peace. Well, we move on from that sad one to some news that's just reaching us here. And it says that some unidentified gunmen have attacked a police station in Sumaila local government, and that's in Kano state. Although there are no reports of any casualties, our correspondent in Kano says that the police station shares boundaries with Sumaila Secondary School, from where all the students are said to have been successfully evacuated. Meanwhile, the state governor, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has accused the federal government of withdrawing his security detail. According to the governor, the action of the federal government is a ploy to open him up to physical attacks, thereby putting his life at risk. Again, just to say that reports reaching us say some unidentified gunmen have attacked a police station in Sumaila local government area of Kano state. At this time, there are no reports of any casualties, but we will bring you what we have as soon as it comes into us right here on Channels Television.
First Bank.
Welcome now to Business News. Chairman of the Niger Delta Development Commission Board, Mr. Bassi Ewa Henshaw, has revealed that over 4,000 NDDC projects are running on little funds. The board is looking to source funds by exploring partnerships with private organizations for the completion of ongoing projects. The leadership of the NDDC was at the National Assembly to defend the budget accrued to it. Correspondent Linda Akigwe reports. Will bring you that report. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries today re-elected Libya's Abdallah Salem El Badri as the Secretary General of OPEC. At a meeting in Vienna, the member states decided to retain the current Secretary General. Nigeria's delegation on Tuesday in Vienna nominated Petroleum Minister Diziani Alison Madueke for the position. Although Iraq is believed to have given backing to Nigeria's bid, a strong delegation from the Persian Gulf resisted the move, and to avoid tension, the current Secretary General was asked to continue. Ogun State government and Germany have agreed to partner in the areas of education, agricultural development and human capital development. At a meeting with the German Minister for Cooperation and Development, Dr. Gerd Müller, in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, southwest Nigeria, Governor Ibikunle Amosun asked for the support of German expertise in the areas of technical and vocational training to reduce unemployment in the state. And this report says the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, AMCON plans to repay 800 billion naira worth of bonds due by August this year. The development would take the corporation's outstanding debts to 3.8 trillion naira after redeeming 1 trillion naira last year. In 2011, AMCON spent 5.6 trillion naira to acquire non-performing loans and took over 3 of the 8 banks it rescued with a 620 billion naira bailout. The agency has disclosed that Main Street Bank Limited and Enterprise Bank Limited, 2 of the 3 nationalized banks, would be handed over to new owners by September the 15th. There was a reversal of the negative trade sentiment recorded on Tuesday at the Nigerian equities market today. Mobil led 30 others, adding 5 naira 5 kobo to its share price. Let's get the details of trading today from the floor.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stock markets reports. The negative sentiment recorded on Tuesday was reversed at the end of midweek trade at the Nigerian equities markets. The all-share index jumped by 0.29% to end the session at 41,642.56 with a market capitalization of 13.75 trillion naira. 30 equities logged price gains led by Mobil. It added 5 naira 5 kobo to its share price and is trailed by Dangote Cement and Kano Oil. On the flip side, investors shaved gains off 23 stocks. Top 3 on that list are Nestle, Lafarge Wapco, and Unilever. MTI, Transcorp, and UBA were the top 3 most actively traded equities for the day. When the closing bell rang, 3.84 billion naira had been staked on 468.91 million shares, exchanged in 5,345 deals. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I am BC Koga.
Thank you, BC, and that's all we have for you from the business scene. It's back to you, Joma, for the rest of the news tonight.
Still ahead on the news at 10, less than 24 hours to the kickoff of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, and FIFA resolves to invest $900 million in football development before the next World Cup in 2018. That'll be on sports. Please join us again.